Okay, question 8 is also solving. Notice it's multiple choice, so one option would be to plug in your answer choices and see which ones work. But if we were to solve this one from the beginning, keep in mind you have domain restrictions. X cannot equal a -2. So automatically I can cancel out B and C because they both have -2's in them. But X can't be -2. So my only options are A or D. So when I solve this thing, remember, you need to find your least common denominator. In this case, it's just x plus 2. So I would multiply my numerator, 4x times x plus 2. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do the other. So I'm going to multiply this whole right side also times x plus 2. But we have to distribute it. So we have 1 times x plus 2 minus 8 times x plus 2, and that's over x plus 2. Then we can simplify. So we have 4x equal to x plus 2. Here x plus 2 is cancel, so minus 8. All right, when I go to solve this, we get 3x is equal to 2 minus 8 is a -6. So that means x equals a -2. It's the only solution I got, and it's not possible, so no solution is my only option. I also could have plugged in a 2 into my equation. 4 times 2 is 8 over 2 plus 2 is 4 equals 1 minus 8 over 2 plus 2 is 4. So that means 2 is equal to 1 minus 2, and that is not true. So it did not work. I'm going to go ahead and work number 9. So we see the variables x and y vary inversely. As soon as I see that, I need to know that I'm using this equation, y equals k over x, where y in x vary inversely. Then we're given our scenario, y equals 2 when x equals -12. So we're going to use this scenario to help us solve for k. So I plug in a 2 for my y and a -12 for my x. Now we just solve for k. Get rid of your denominator by multiplying by 12. -12, I apologize. So we get -24 is equal to k. And I'm not done, because this is asking me to write an equation that relates x and y. So I need an equation that have x and y in it, starting with our y equals k over x, but now we know what k is, so we're going to plug that in. So this is the equation that relates x and y. Then our next part is to find y when x equals 6. So we'll use our new equation, but we will plug in a 6 for x, and then simplify. So we get y equals -4. So our first part was the equation, our second part was finding our new y.